Next Sunday, September 21st, is the annual Fire Prevention Open House, which will also be the final major event that's going to be held at West Bloomfield Fire Station number 1. The fire station is set to undergo major renovations and construction that will begin in November of this year and last until December of 2026. Here to tell us more is West Bloomfield Fire Chief Greg Flynn. Greg, thank you so much for joining us today.
Good morning, Jake. Good to be with you.
And I can see that you are standing outside of Fire Station number 1, the very same one that will be getting the renovations very, very shortly. What prompted the decision to move forward with the construction at Fire Station 1?
Jake, before we get into the interview, I do want to just take a moment to acknowledge just the relevance of today and remembering September 11th. And you'll see at all the fire stations today the commemorative 9/11 flag, along with the flags being at half-staff today for a multitude of reasons, unfortunately. But I just wanted to start off by recognizing that as a member of the public safety community, but also what everyone does within our communities to keep us safe, because we know that safety within a community is everyone's responsibility, from our school teachers to people out walking their dogs and seeing something and saying something and just taking care of our neighbors. So I wanted to start with that. We are very excited, as you opened up with, being here at Fire Station number 1, constructed in the mid-1970s, and has really served our community very well. And we are very excited that with the support of the Township Board, that we're in the design and development phase for a complete renovation of Fire Station 1 and bringing it in and future-proofing this station to serve the community for the decades to come.
All right, great to hear to hear about the process that's going into this construction. And thank you so much for the kind words, for what you had to say regarding, of course, today's significance. Yes, it is great to hear your thoughts and to hear what the fire department is doing to honor the people of September 11th. Now, going back to the firehouse, can you describe the current state of the firehouse and why upgrades or rebuilding are necessary?
Well, the structure coming from designed in the 70s, and really when the fire department was operating in more of a volunteer paid-on-call format. It's very smartly located here along Orchard Lake Road, right, kind of alongside the high school. And you can see from the architecture behind me, it's reflective of that era of building design, municipal building design. But as time has gone on, the infrastructure that is underneath the station, how we staff the fire station with career firefighters, which all of our fire stations are staffed with today. Those are the nuances. Our sleeping quarters, the bathroom facilities for both men and women, the fitness space, the ventilation systems. All of these things, Jake, have become reached the end of their life, and so this is a really wonderful opportunity to refresh the look of this really highlight of a municipal building along a high traffic area here on our Orchard Lake Road, and make it a supportive space too for our emergency responders, our firefighter paramedics that come out of Station 1.
All necessary improvements that I'm sure will have great impact for the people of Greater West Bloomfield. Greg, I'm curious, what input did firefighters and staff have in shaping the design and functionality of the brand new station?
Well, we're coming off of the construction of Fire Station number 3 that was opened, started in 2015, opened and put in service in October of 2019. So we have a lot of feedback from our team on that. What did we really knock out of the park, and what are some areas that we could have done a little better in making that station more functional? Now, building one fire station is building one fire station. The site is different. The kind of the needs out of the facility are different. But listening to the lived-in experiences, the kitchen area, the sleeping spaces, we're listening to what our paramedics are saying and really trying to incorporate those things. And Jake, as you know, working with a large group of folks with, what's important to them and, trying to distill that down into a plan is a bit challenging, but we've got a great team here, and we're listening to those voices, and we're really looking forward to releasing a complete plan for feedback here within just a few short weeks.
That's great. And it sounds like a lot of the updates that are going to be coming with the new fire station, it's really going to be enhancing the safety and effectiveness for the fire department. Would you agree?
Well, it's like any building that you live in, or I should say, like living in your home. You know, the fire service, the career fire service working a 24-hour shift. Remember, your paramedic firefighters here in West Bloomfield start their shift at 8 a.m. in the morning, and they work all the way until 8 a.m. the next day. So you're eating your meals here. Your fitness routine is here. They're showering after fires here. So it really is the home away from home. So eventually what happens within a facility that's used 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, there comes a point where things just need to be updated. We're at the point here. And we've had elected officials have toured the facility to underscore so that they understand when they're talking to residents why this project is so important. But Jake, as you know from reporting for years here now, this community knows what a safe community looks like. They know the importance of safety being connected, not just to law enforcement, but also to their police, to their fire and EMS services, but also into their civic groups and the library and our parks. All of that creates a safe community. And this is just one more yes that our elected officials are saying to us to keep West Bloomfield the way that it is in the community that we love.
For those just joining us right now on the Splash Live, I'm talking with West Bloomfield Fire Chief Greg Flynn about the upcoming renovations and construction that's going to be taking place with West Bloomfield Fire Station number 1 very, very shortly. Now, Greg, you just touched upon this a second ago, how this building is not just a representation of the West Bloomfield Fire Department, but of West Bloomfield Township as a whole. So how would you say this project reflects the growth and the needs of the West Bloomfield community?
Well, one of the things that you've seen along Orchard Lake Road is really the kind of redevelopment and looking at the reflection and the importance of the community and keeping it vibrant and updated. And that's exactly what's going to happen with Fire Station 1. Now, I don't want to get the cart in front of the horse here, but we have some really great ideas that we've working with our architects and the design and development team to incorporate some engagement along the front part of the station where those that are passing by the station will be able to engage in kind of a memorial plaza where we'll have some engagement that can take place there as they come in to see us.
I really, really like that, Greg. I think that's going to be great for the community and for the community to get to observe this memorial station. How would you say this renovation or rebuild aligns with the long-term vision of the West Bloomfield Fire Department?
The long-term vision of being that pillar within the community, this is going to be a station that the whole community can be proud of. The engagement that we'll have along the front of the station, again, you opened up with the fire open house. We're very much looking forward to having the 2025 fire open house here, as you said, on the 21st of this month, and then kind of closing out the station and looking very forward to having the renovation done by fire open house 2026 and having the community right back in and seeing what those tax dollars went towards and what the return on investment is going to be. That's what it's about, is having a workplace that our firefighter paramedics are supported in, that while they're living there, that they're comfortable, that it's professional, that they can train in, and are ready to respond to the community. So we're future-proofing it as we go. We're thinking ahead to the flow paths, and one of the things that you'll notice when you go by the station right now, there's kind of that south parking lot, Jake, and that's going to all be blended together and kind of reducing one of the cuts into Orchard Lake Road. So we're working with our county, our friends at the county, and just all of the stakeholders, and it's going to be a beautiful project. I saw you got a couple of the pictures up there of some of our initial renderings of what we're working on, but very excited about it, as you can tell.
Absolutely.
That's some of the memorial garden you're seeing there, that interactive piece along the front of, as you're on Orchard Lake Road, passing the front of the station.
That's right. Some very, very great images. I can't wait to see this building make its way right here to West Bloomfield. Greg, I got a couple more questions before we wrap things up. What message would you like to share with residents about the importance of this project and what it means for the future of public safety in West Bloomfield?
firehouses, fire stations are very much an important part of the career of our firefighter paramedics. We owe it to them, we owe it to our residents to have a space where those firefighters feel supported and have a functioning station with the kind of balance of bathrooms and showers and things that are reflective of our workforce, of the men and women that are members of our team. And that's what this is doing. And so we're being very smart about it, Jake. We are building in what we need. You'll see a training tower element that is in the design right now. That, again, is looking forward to what the future construction projects and what the township is looking like with some of the commercial buildings. So the team is ready. And I want the residents to have just as much of the excitement and the confidence in what we're investing in with their tax dollars and the trust. So as more of this comes out, and we hope to have some images at the open house for people to get a closer look at. But again, I think the takeaway is I hope they're as excited about the project as the WBFD team is.
I am very excited about the project. I can hear the excitement in your voice. I can hear the excitement throughout the West Bloomfield Fire Station. I cannot wait to see what's to come with West Bloomfield. Greg, I want to thank you so much for joining us here to talk about these updates. But before I let you go, I would be remiss if I did not mention another recent achievement of yours, and this one comes with a bit of bragging rights. You recently had the incredible honor of throwing out the first pitch at a Detroit Tigers game. How did that end up happening, and what do you have to say on the experience?
The experience was very moving. This was the remembrance from 9/11 at the Tigers game on Sunday. And our friends at Belfour Restoration invited first responders from across Southeast Michigan and even some further away to come down and have the flag out there. And I was joined out there with some colleagues from Lansing Township and Sterling Heights Fire Department. And a real privilege to represent the WBFD, to represent West Bloomfield and the fire service across the great state of Michigan. And it landed in the glove, Jake. So not over the head, not on the ground. It was a good pitch. Not sure it was a strike.
Hey, that's still an incredible achievement, and that is definitely something you can take with you for many, many years. That's such a great honor, Greg. Congratulations to that, and can't wait to see what's to come with the brand new firehouse with West Bloomfield. Thank you so much for joining us today here on The Splash Live.
You bet, Jake. See you soon.